Hey guys, here's a 1985 to 86 Super 3713 20-inch box fan, made by Lasko, of course, in 3 speeds. So this fan is up for restoration quite soon because I really want to get this cleaned up. It has a lot of potential to look good after it's cleaned up because despite what it looks like right now, I'll show you in a bit why I think it's going to clean up very well. So this fan, as you can see, superficially, it's quite dirty, quite nasty, especially the grills. I mean, check out this buildup of what appears to be some kind of a, I don't know, I have no idea what this is. It's some kind of muddy water or something? But it's a very heavy deposit to a point where you can't just scratch it off with your fingernails. It's really glued on to the plastic. And it's all over the front grille and the back grille, and it's forming kind of a gradient as you go down. Notice how much darker, how darker it is towards the bottom. So I'm not really sure what caused it, but the reason why I'm saying that it's gonna clean up well is because check out this spot. That's the original plastic shining through, and I used a little bit of degreaser to wipe a little spot to test if it will work, and lo and behold, that's looking beautiful. It's like, it stands out so beautifully, and it's pretty crisp white too. So after I wash this grill with the degreaser, I'm pretty sure it's going to shine like new once again. So I'm very excited about that. No broken slats whatsoever on the front grill. Can you believe that? That's pretty cool. A couple weird molding problems here, but I might be able to trim that off. Super badge is in great shape. It's got the 80s style D-blades, but this one, it's kind of weird. It's got just one slot cut out of it. So this is one of the slightly less common versions, I think. Let's take a look at the bottom. Oh, look at the cobwebs there. There definitely were visitors on this fan, or in this fan rather. Yeah, it's got a little bit of rust on it, but it's very, very shallow rust. So I'm thinking that a little bit of steel wool will be able to take that surface rust right off. And yeah, it's also got some, what I think is like sheetrock dust, drywall dust. So I'm guessing this fan might have been used for some home DIY improvement project. And you can see it's coated in a fine layer of that white dust, especially over here. See that right there? A lot of it's been just kind of wiped off from me handling the fan, but yeah. Yeah, all in all, it's in really good shape. Very minimal scratches and paint loss around the fan. Oh wow, check that out. You can see just how much dust is on this fan. Yikes. Oof. Bad idea doing that. It's got the handle, which is great to see. Original cord. Switch is looking beautiful. A little dusty, of course. I'm gonna have to be very careful turning this fan around because I do not want to break the handle, knowing how brittle those handles can get over the years. And here's the back. So similar condition in terms of how dirty it is. It's much dirtier towards the bottom. Honestly, I have no idea what could have caused that, but again, I tested a small spot with the degreaser, and what a contrast. I mean, compare this to that. Man, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this will look once it's cleaned up. Yeah, again, no broken slats, which is honestly incredible considering how weak these grills are, and box fans, you know, you get a huge surface area, so you get a whole host of potential issues of people, you know, bumping into it, things falling against it, and the grills are so prone to breaking, but somehow this fan has all of its slats, which honestly is kind of a miracle. And there's the motor. It is caked in sheetrock dust. It's a 3-speed fan. Now, one thing's concerning me a little bit is the electrical tape. You see that? 3 of the wires are wrapped in electrical tape, which usually is not a good sign. It's kind of a indication that some kind of a cheap repair was done. So, not looking forward to seeing what that could be. Hopefully it's nothing too major. But this fan runs, so I'm not really worried about it being, you know, a detrimental problem. So there it is. This one does have, oh no, I thought it said LMP on it, but I guess not. Yeah, I guess we could go and plug it in and show you how it works. Alright, so before I start it up, this fan seems to have kind of a interesting motor issue, but I'm not really sure if it's an issue or if it's just the nature of this motor. It's very whiny, and it doesn't spin very fast, even though the bearings are free. So I hope it's not because of that repair, or if that repair was done because of that issue. We'll have to diagnose when I take the fan apart, but it does run on all 3 speeds, but it's quite rattly and it's not the quietest. So here it is. A lot of that rattle is just the grills vibrating. I'll try my best to get a little bit lower. So it runs, but it's running kind of slow. And it's rattly. It's not very whiny on high speed, but when it gets to low, it's quite pronounced. Yeah, it's moving a good amount of air, considering how slow it's going. I'm not really sure where the rattling is coming from. Anyways. Yeah, you can start to hear the whining sound. Yeah, I don't know. The motor hasn't blown up on me yet, so it's not dead. And low. It's really slow on low. Very whiny. Now, one thing I remember is, I think TheSuperFanMan, I'm not sure if he still has it, but I think he at one point had a circa 1985 or 86 Lasko or Galaxy 3713 or 14 that also had a whiny motor. So I'm not really sure if that's like a characteristic thing that these motor had during those years, or if they're just on their way out. But I guess we'll find out once we take it apart. I'm really hoping that I can revive this motor because otherwise it's in very good shape. Back to high. It shakes a little bit. And you can see how the blade hub is in pretty good balance. But maybe there's a weight distribution problem with the blades. I have no idea. Spin down. And you'll see here that the bearings are in great shape, so the reason for the slow speeds is not really because bearings are locked up. There's gotta be a different reason why it's running so slow. Maybe it's just the way it's supposed to run. Yeah, those are really free bearings. So I guess we'll get this fan cleaned up and hopefully running much better in an upcoming video. So stay tuned for that. So that is the 1985 to 86 Super 3713. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.